Good morning and welcome. This is the Hump Day Midweek Devotional. I'm Pastor Lance Smith and we're here in Monticello, Wisconsin. Beautiful sunny day, mid-July, or first week of July actually. This is the 6th of July, or it'll be the 7th you'll see this. So it's great to see you here. Today I kind of like to I was thinking today about predicting the future. You know, a lot of people worry about the future. I remember my great-grandmother, used to do this fortune-telling gig, and she was kind of scary with big, fluffy white hair. She'd get kind of scary when she'd try to read cards and try to tell our future. You know, the Bible talks about not being afraid. Luke 12:32 through 34 says, "Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the poor. Provide purses for yourselves that will not wear out, a treasure in heaven that will never fail, where no thief comes near and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." It's really funny how much of our thoughts and worries and concerns are consumed by the question, what if? It seems much of our lives are devoted to trying to guess, contrive, predict what will happen. Huge corporations are based on this. Mortgages, insurance, investment, education. Seems a great deal of our energy is spent thinking, what if? Many of our decisions daily are made after weighing out all the repercussions of our actions before we act on them. Sometimes it stops all progress for fear of making a decision or an investment that might not be wise. We live in a land that's based on following your dreams, based on taking risks, making something from nothing. But at the same time, we live in a land which feeds the fears of failure. We worry so much about what we cannot even conceive. People, your pastor included, spend countless hours worrying and fretting. How will this play out? What will this affect? It seems this fear, concern is ingrained in our beings. And it's no wonder. Well over half of our media that we consume is selling us protection from future. Investments, insurance, health and beauty aids, they all promise to help us, to stop aging, to save us. Big Pharma promises to stop pain, aging and death as well even. Clothing and cars and gadgets promise success and social adoration. Even our spirituality is slathered with the concept of investing for the next world. You know, many of us were taught if we are faithful followers of Christ, tithe and do service, we will have a place in heaven. We get so wrapped up in not doing the wrong thing that at times we do nothing which may even be a greater sin. As a youngster, the church family around me was obsessed with the end of times. They invented countless hours of study and prayer and thought to predicting the second coming. They planned and counted and almost mourned the end of this world as we know it. I find it interesting that the Gospels actually have very little to do with fortune telling, with predicting the future. Well, I know what you're thinking. Christ made promises in John about the next life. Those promises were based on how we live in the now. But most of the story is how Jesus interacted with people that surrounded him. How many of those healings in the Gospels were future events? The parables were told with illustrations from the present. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The miracles, joy, the peace that Christ offered was here in the present. It was a light inside of the darkness, a place of respite for the weary right here and now. It was a peace and an understanding that we give each other to be able to see the image of God in everything around us. That is true peace. 2 Sundays ago, I was sat listening to Rosalie Huntington. Start again. 2 Sundays ago, I sat listening to Rosalie Huntington playing the piano. And all at once, I began to recognize the song in the notes. The words seemed to roll off my tongue, even though I'm not so familiar with the song. Many things about tomorrow I don't seem to understand, but I know who holds tomorrow, and I know he holds my hand. You see, we don't need to worry about what may come or how to avoid disaster, devastation, and the like. We really can't control what will happen, no matter how much we are told otherwise. But there is someone who can, and they walk with us. Remember, faith is not proven facts. Faith is even stronger than that. I pray that you can see, feel, taste, and smell the presence of the Creator as you walk through the days of your life. May you hear the comforting words of Jesus as your mind begins to fret and fuss about the world around you and its destination. May you find peace in the now, right here as you're listening to this video. May you find your treasure in the miracles that God has placed around you. Amen.